I'm Del Walters live in Atlanta. We are following breaking news tonight on the debrief. U.S. and British Marines have now begun bombing sites that are occupied by Iranian-backed Houthis inside of Yemen. This, of course, in retaliation for dozens of attacks on the group on warships in the Red Sea, some of them British, some of them American. By some counts, more than 100 missiles and suicide drones were launched last weekend alone. We are following the situation as it develops. We want to take you live right now to our White House correspondent, Haley Bull. Haley, what is the White House saying so far, and have we actually heard from anybody in control and command?
Del, no official word out of the White House this evening, but we are learning from sources familiar that the administration has been in contact with congressional leaders about the plans to strike Houthi targets in Yemen. A source familiar telling us that they have been in touch with the leaders in the lead up and after execution. The Associated Press reporting tonight that the U.S. and U.K. militaries bombed more than a dozen sites, citing U.S. officials. Now, this marks a significant advance in the United States response to the Houthis' attacks on commercial shipping vessels in the Red Sea, which, despite sanctions, despite an international coalition to deter the attacks, statements from the United States and dozens of other countries, and the administration's warnings to stop have continued. The most recent attack early this morning against international shipping lanes in the Gulf of Aden, according to Central Command, that marked the 27th attack. These started back in mid-November. The administration has faced more pressure from lawmakers, specifically Republican lawmakers, about the response, who felt that the administration's stance was not aggressive enough. Now, the attacks have been described, the attacks from the Houthis to date have been described as complex, using attack drones and unprecedented use of anti-ship ballistic and cruise missiles. Now, the White House has been very careful in broadcasting their steps and response, but has warned the Houthis as recently as this afternoon publicly, both in statements and from the White House briefing podium, of consequences if they did not stop the attacks, noting the consultations they've been having with allies and partners on this front. Now, of course, the United States believes the Houthis are backed by Iran, but listen to what Senator Warner had to say about that earlier today.
While there is a coalition of 18 nations that are trying to stand up to the Houthis and take down their drones or take down their attacks to attack shipping, I hope other nation states, some of the nation states in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, and some of the nation states like China and India, who are depending on some of this shipping, they need to be part of this coalition as well. But the Houthi leadership is probably, of all the proxy groups, the Iranian control is the least amongst the Houthi leadership.
And earlier today, the Houthis threatened retaliation for any potential strikes from the United States. So we are, of course, keeping a close eye on this developing situation. But again, Dow, a significant escalation in the United States response amid these ongoing attacks in the Red Sea that have threatened a large swath of commercial shipping and have generated a lot of concern for the global economy, given just the sheer volume of ships that pass through that area. Dow.
Our Haley Bull reporting live from the White House Force tonight. Haley, thank you very much. I want to go to Hussein